Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be doing a Pride look. Pride has already come and gone in LA, but it's being celebrated the entire month of June throughout the world. So I figured it's not too late for me to do a Pride look. And you might notice something different. I just got this done at a friend's house. My friend Sasha did this for me. I think it looks so cute. And I want it to be Halloween already because this is really getting me in the Halloween spirit. But anyway, I digress. So I wanted to do a Pride look for a few different reasons. The main reason is this year is the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall riots. And I swear to God, I tried to come up with a look that would be representative of the Stonewall riots. Did not succeed. So I just came up with a look that would embody Pride in general, but I wanted to give it a little bit of a twist because recently I was sent the Black Moon Cosmetics Black Metal palette and I still haven't gotten a chance to use it, and it looks a little something like a goth rainbow. Got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. So we've got everything we need here to make a rainbow, but it's slightly a little more goth. And I also wanted to showcase some products from companies that are donating proceeds from sales to LGBTQ foundations and institutes. So basically, I just want to spread the love, and I want to show you guys some products that I like that are also helping the community. So I'm just going to jump straight into it, but before I begin, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I upload videos every Tuesday and sometimes on the weekend. I've been trying to keep consistent with a 2-video-a-week schedule, but I'm usually good about posting on Tuesdays. So come back every Tuesday. Alright, so as you can see, I've already done a little bit of foundation, not too much. I don't have any really here on the sides of my face because I'm going to be face painting and body painting myself. We're going to get a little weird today. It's not just going to be a normal beauty look. I know that you guys have been wanting to see more face paints and body paints from me, so that's what we're doing today. I'm going to get a little bit experimental. So today I'm going to be going for like a dark rainbow in the night sky, galaxy type of thing. Last year I did a really cute Pride look that was really simple, but it also involved stars. It was just a rainbow across my cheeks with little star freckles. This year, I think I'm going to keep that starry sky theme going, but I'm going to be doing a whole galaxy across my face and body. And I was actually inspired by Danny Mara from her recent Zodiac look that she did. I really love the way that she did the galaxy on that. So that really inspired me to go for a galaxy look today, and also just the dark rainbow theme from this palette. Now, this palette has nothing to do with Pride. I just wanted to include it because I haven't gotten the chance to use it yet. So yeah, I think that's enough talking for now. Let's just get into it. I think I'm going to do my eyes first, which is where I'm going to be using the palette, and then I'm going to move on to the face and body painting. Since these are all shimmery colors, I'm going to apply an eye base and then I'm not going to set it. I find that gives the best results for shimmers. I already have concealer and powder on my eyelids, but it's fine if I just add a little bit of a base on top. I'm just using the J-Cat All About That base in the color Nude. And I'll bring it all the way to my eyebrows. So today's look is going to be kind of a mixture between beauty look and face painting. There's going to be elements of beauty like the eye makeup, the glam eyebrows, some lipstick, but the rest of my face is going to be very much painted. Now I'm going to do a full rainbow on both eyes, but I'm going to invert them. So I'm going to have red, orange, and yellow here at the top and then at the bottom of this eye, and then purple, blue, and green on the top here and on the bottom here. I don't think I've ever done an inverted look like that, so I'm excited to try. I'm gonna start with the red. Ooh, these colors are like really dark, so this is gonna be a really intense look, and I'm just going straight in, like just straight in. I'm just taking it on a little fluffy brush just to lightly blend out those edges. And I'm also going to take it here on the outer corner of my left eye. I don't know if this look is going to work. I'm honestly kind of scared, but I'm also really excited for it because I feel like I'm really kind of stepping out of my comfort zone, trying something I haven't done. And I haven't face painted in a really long time just because I really haven't had any inspiration to do so. I could go on a whole tangent about that, but I just haven't been inspired lately. That's why I haven't been doing it. Normal makeup has been calling out to me more than face painting. But this look has me excited, so I'm kind of happy. Okay, once that's done, that looks kind of cool as is. But once that's done, I'm gonna go in with the orange. And I feel like the red and the orange are very similar looking. I don't know if you can actually tell that they're two separate colors. And this orange is looking more red than the red does, which is a little weird. But I might have to stack the yellow on top of the orange just to really be able to differentiate it from the red. Yeah, you can kind of tell it's orange, but it's hard. For the colors being this dark, it's kind of hard, but it is definitely kind of like more metallic looking than the red. And then I'm also going to take it down here. Now for the yellow, which is almost like an olive tone. It's not super yellow and it is quite dark. And then I'm also taking that under here. I'm kind of layering it on top of the orange a little bit. I think that helps bring out the orange for sure. I've cleaned off my brushes because I just don't want to go through like a million brushes doing this look. And I'm just softening up these edges. Now I'm going to do the same but with the cool colors, and I'm going to start with the purple on this outer corner. Ooh, that's creasing. And all I'm doing first is just packing on the color, very controlled with my application. And I'm taking it on my little fluffy brush and just blending it out a little bit. This is going to be a really dark eye look. Then I'm going to take that purple and apply it to the bottom lash line of my right eye. It reads as a very subtle rainbow. So if you want to be like super loud, bright rainbow, this won't be for you. But you can take this technique and apply it to regular colored eyeshadows, not just these really deep dark tones. Then I'm going to go in with the blue. That's going to go smack in the middle. Oh, that's a really pretty blue. That's definitely maybe one of the brighter colors in this palette. And under this eye. And then last but not least, I'm going to take the green. And there's also a gray in the palette, which I'm not going to be using today. I will be using this though. Okay, and I'm going to pack that right in here. I got quite a bit of fallout. Oh no, look at my nose. Got quite a bit of fallout happening. I really like the sort of cooler tones. I really like the blue. I really like the green. I also really like the orange. It just has a really nice shine to it. That's the most subtle rainbow I've ever seen. I'm going to take another fluffy brush with the purple this time, and I'm kind of just going to marry the purple and then take some red as well. Just really try to marry those two colors together. Might have to go back and forth with the colors to build up the intensity that you want. Okay, now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take this color called Abracadabra, which is this light pink. It's more of like an iridescence, and I'm just going to run that on my brow bone and use it to kind of blend the edges, or try to anyway, see if it helps. I'm going to apply some over the red even, to kind of brighten it up a little bit. And then same on this eye. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the NYX Bewitched Prismatic Shadow. It's like an olivey gold. I think it's the perfect kind of medium between this yellow and this green. It's not too yellow, it's not too green. It's kind of the perfect in between. That rhymed. And I'm just going to apply that to my inner corner just to brighten that area up a little bit. Oh, and that's also quite dark. I don't know if that really did much, but I do think it's a good base, and I can brighten that up more later. I should have waited to do my skin after, because I'm getting all kinds of fallout. Now that I've got this base for the eyes, I think I'm going to move on to the body painting, but I wanted to talk real quick about the Mota brushes. This is the first product that I wanted to share with you guys. This is the Mota Rainbow Kit, and they launched this just for Pride. It comes with this little carrying case, and it comes with 3 brushes. It's the cutest little thing in the world. They're all different colors, as you can see. There's a brow brush, a small shading brush, their highlight and glow brush, which is my favorite shape of theirs. I use this for literally everything. I use it for powder, I use it for eyeshadow, I use it for contour, everything. There's a super crease brush, their precision contour brush, which is great for cream contours, and then their super, super soft and fluffy powder brush. And you guys know me, I love Mota brushes. I was using some Mota brushes before because I'm actually an idiot. I meant to use these for my eyes and then that totally slipped my mind. I just got so excited about doing this eye look. But I was using Mota brushes for my eye look, just not the right ones. But I'm going to talk about it now. I'm reading the little pamphlet that came with the kit, and it says that during the month of June, they will be donating $2 from every Mota rainbow kit sold on motabrush.com to True Colors United, which is a nonprofit organization that implements solutions to combat youth homelessness with a focus on LGBTQ young people. So that is really, really awesome. It says here that LGBTQ young people are at a 120% higher risk of experiencing homelessness than all over youth, and that is insane. So I really appreciate Mota for creating something like this and donating to this cause. If you haven't heard me talk about Mota before, I'm really surprised because I talk about them all the time. I use them all the time, but you're hearing about it now. So this kit with the brushes and the little bag retails for $24.99, which is a really good deal. These are really high quality brushes. I also have a discount code with them, which I'm not sure if it works for this particular product, but the code is pompberry if you want to try it out. So yeah, let's get started on the rest of my body, and I'll be using these as I go. For the base of my galaxy, I'm going to go in with the Wolf Black face paint. This is a water activated face paint. So I'm going to take the super crease brush actually to start off, and I'm just going to go in and start kind of stippling the black on my face. I haven't really done galaxies all that much before, so this is going to be a nice little challenge. So I'm starting off with the darkest color first, and that is obviously the black. I'm gonna try to make this galaxy a kind of purpley toned galaxy. And I'm trying to go for a more dry brush effect because then I get the texture of the actual brush as I'm dabbing it on my skin. Not using that much product on the brush so I can really get that texture. And I still don't know if I want to do this really covering all my skin or if I just kind of want stripes of it. I think the stripes would look kind of cool. So I might go for that today. We'll see. We'll see what happens. This is kind of just me experimenting and having fun with some paint. Honestly, the two things that inspired me to do this look was, as I said, Danny and her Zodiac look. Her looks are stunning. They really kind of made me want to push myself and get back into face painting. But then also, just yesterday was the anniversary of me doing my Totoro stop motion animation on myself. I did that 3 years ago. Can't believe that long has already passed, but I rewatched it and I reposted it to my Instagram. If you follow me there, you might have seen it. And I just thought, damn, I used to do cool shit, man. Like, what happened? So that kind of pushed me into wanting to do a more intricate painted look. And I'm not going to take it over the lips, really. I'm going to leave the lips kind of blank because that will be the other product I'm going to be featuring. And I gotta note, this is not a sponsored video. I just want to feature companies and products that are actually doing something for the LGBTQ community during Pride Month. Then what I also thought for this look was to paint a rainbow across my chest, to have this more muted one and then have like a really actual bright rainbow. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Now that I look dirty and covered in soot, I'm going to take my Wolf Essentials palette and I'm going to be using the purple. And I've cleaned off my brush and I'm going to be using the same brush. And I'm essentially just going to be doing the same thing, but around the black and kind of over it. This is probably gonna look really weird until like almost the very end. Galaxy looks tend to look that way. They tend to look like a whole ass mess until you get to almost the end. And then it's like, oh yeah, that's a galaxy. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of the pink from the palette and I'm using a slightly fluffier and bigger brush so that I get a kind of sparser application. And I get more of that brush texture. Let me zoom you guys in so you can see what I'm talking about. So using a dry brush technique on a really fluffy brush, you can really see the texture of the brush when you dab it on. I really want that for the lighter colors. I want more texture and I want it to be kind of more sparse. I'm gonna concentrate this kind of on the edges, but you can also overlap the black a little bit to create more dimension and texture. I decided to do kind of like a little contour with a galaxy over on this side. Now I've quickly washed off both of these brushes and I'm going to go in with the Wolf White Face Paint. And I'm going to start off with the Mota Crease Brush first so that I can get a more concentrated application of it. And I'm going to apply it mostly over the pink, but creeping onto the darker portions of the face as well. The white will really start to give the impression of a night sky. Oh, I think I'm painting my hair at this point. Whoops. I'm using very little water to activate the face paint. Whoop. See, that's what happens when you add too much water, when you get too much product on the brush. It comes out really intensely. That's not what I want just yet. And I didn't really worry about cleaning up the fallout on my nose. I just kind of incorporated it into the look. Now that I've done white pretty much all over, I'm going to take the small shader brush just so I can really kind of concentrate it in certain areas and build up the intensity only where I want it and be very controlled with my application. So then I went in with the Suva Beauty Hydroliner in the color Grape Soda, and I just went over the black areas because it's a more intense purple than the one I used before, and I'm just going over all the black areas because it darkens them a little bit more, but it also adds a richness of color, and I just applied it all over the black areas. Then I'm also going back with some white. This is just a game of layering upon layering upon layering until you reach the intensity that you want with the colors. So now I think I'm pretty happy with how it's looking. I'm going to take the white face paint and the precision contour brush and I'm going to make little stars. I don't know if it's going to work with this brush, but I'm going to try. I'm going to load the paint on kind of like one half of the brush, and this time making sure it's pretty wet and pretty loaded with product. And then I'm going to test down here first. I'm going to flick it so that I get little stars. Oh yeah, that definitely works. Oh wow. Now this can be messy, so if there's anything that you don't want to get paint on, make sure to get it out of the way. And you can play around with the distance that you flick it from. The closer you do it, the more concentrated the flick is going to be, and it's going to be more of a line. The further away you do it, the more the flakes are going to kind of disperse. Oh my god, I love all the little stars. But you also want to make sure to not dilute the paint too much. Otherwise, when it dries down, it's going to not be super opaque and it's going to kind of like disappear. So you want to make sure the product's really wet, but you want to really work the product into the bristles. Ooh, that happens. You can just take a brush, fix it up. I think that went in my eye. Ah, again. I also don't want to go super crazy with the splatters. I don't want them to take over, but I do want to add some more intense stars. So I'm going to go in with a small brush and I'm going to manually draw in some stronger stars, making them quite bigger than the splatter ones. And I think I'm going to do like little clusters of stars. And this obviously allows you to have much more control over the star placement and the intensity and size of the stars. If you don't like something, you can just tap it off while it's still wet. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a million of these. It's almost like drawing freckles. See, I thought I was done with the whole galaxy thing, but I decided I'm going to take a little teeny tiny brush with some of the black face paint on it and just darken just a few little areas just so that I can have a little bit more contrast in this look. Now, I'm not adding much black at all, but it just creates these little pockets of depth. Now that I've got the galaxy pretty much done, I feel like the eyes need a more intense purple. I really want to tie the eyes in together with the rest. And I think I'm going to use my new Pat McGrath palette for this. I haven't used it yet. I haven't even swatched it yet. So I don't know. This could be a totally wrong color for this. But this purple right here called Purple Rain seems like it'll do the job. I'm very excited for this. I have not even swatched this palette. She is a brand new baby, and I'm gonna take that on a small dense brush so that I can really pack it on, and I'm gonna add it on top of the purple that I had before and kind of blend it into the red. Do that on this side. This is a brighter purple, more saturated type of purple. And then I kind of want to grab this pink over here and just use that over the red to blend it in with the purple, and also kind of place it on top of the purple to brighten it up even more. I'm using the pink where the purple and red meet to kind of help blend those two colors together. Now I want to add some glamour to these eyes, and for that I'm going to use glitter, because it could not be a pride look without glitter. So first I'm going to go in with the NYX glitter primer. This is my favorite glitter primer of all time, and I like putting it on the back of my hand and grabbing it with a flat brush. And then I'm going to be using a Strobe Cosmetics glitter on my inner corner. I don't know the name because this was a sample that the owner gave me before it was launched, but I will find it out and I'll put it down below. Also, Chloe, I love you. Please never stop making amazing makeup products. Thank you. And I'm going to apply it in my inner corners because I really want to brighten that area up. And as you can see, this primer doesn't disturb the makeup that's underneath, and you can be really precise with your glitter application. And then I'm just picking up the glitter on that same brush and then just patting it on. Oh, if you have never used Strobe, I highly recommend them. If you've been around on my channel, you've probably seen me use the Creepy Cute palette. I used it a lot in my Halloween videos. And if you're ever curious to try their products, I do have a discount code with them. It is pompberry. That'll get you some money off. Oh, that is so pretty. This glitter I think is one of the duochrome ones. It's got a green and orange shift to it, but it's also kind of yellowy, so I thought it would be a really good glitter for the inner corner. Now I want to try out a new glitter that I got at DragCon. This is from Glam Goth Beauty in the color Erotic, and it's a kind of purpley color, but it really kind of just adapts to whatever you put it on from what I could tell. So I'm gonna put that just in the center of my left eye over the blue. Oh wow. It looks totally blue when you put it on top of blue, but by itself it looks purple. Oh wow, that's really pretty. It's got a kind of blue tone, but it adapts to whatever you put it underneath it. If you put a red or a purple, it looks more purple. Now I'm going to go in with another strobe glitter that also does not have a name because it was also a sample, but it's an orange with a green gold shift. I don't know if the camera can even capture that. And again, I'm just going to place it in the center of my lid over the orange. Oh, that looks like actual fire on my lids. Oh wow. And it's, I think, duochrome, so you can only see it when the light hits it. That is gorgeous. I am digging this. You know what? Since I've got the Pat McGrath palette here, I think I'm gonna take this light pink and use that to blend out edges. Okay, now I think I am going to try my hand at doing a night rainbow kind of thing. Well, let's just see how this goes. I'm gonna be using my Wolf palette. I think I'm gonna start it here and end it there. Just gonna map it out first using the pink. Might get a little tricky here because of my bone structure and all that. I don't know if I like this orange. Might go in with this instead. This is the Kryolan Aquacolor Day Glow Effects. Although these Day Glow aqua colors have a really weird consistency. They're not the same consistency as normal water activated paints. They're kind of, I don't know how to explain it, like gooey and translucent. I realized that if I erased the background, I would be able to do a much brighter rainbow, but I don't want to do a super bright rainbow, otherwise it will be too kind of overpowering, especially because the eyes are so dark. I want to keep the kind of night rainbow theme going, so I don't mind it being a little bit on the darker side. You can tell the color's getting muddy with this orange. It's kind of disappearing a little bit, but I don't mind that too much. I was, however, using a flat, squared off brush. I'm going to switch over to that liner brush that I used to make the little stars. I'm going to go back in with the pink because when these dry, they do lose a bit of their potency and opacity. I don't want to do like a stripy rainbow. I want to do one where the colors just kind of melt into each other like a real rainbow. I'm just going to blend those two colors in together. Next color up is yellow, the one from the Wolf palette. And as you can probably tell, there's some perspective going on with this rainbow because the lines are thicker here and thinner on this end. Then I'm going in with the green. And I don't know, I kind of like to think that this look is kind of symbolic. It's like a rainbow coming out of the darkness because there's still a long way to go for the LGBTQ community, but there's always hope in the darkest of times. And honestly, I feel like we are living in the darkest timeline right now, but there's always hope. I'm gonna go back in with the yellow and try to blend those two colors together. And then use some yellow to blend it into the orange. This is honestly not the best brush for doing this. I should probably be using the flat one. There we go, that's a bit better. I just go back and forth with the colors to blend them in together to try to create a gradient. Then moving on to blue. And then for purple, I think I'm going to go in with the Suva Beauty Hydroliner. And it ties it in with the rest. Now that I've let that dry thoroughly, I'm going to go in first with the Suva Beauty Hydroliner. And I'm going to do a cloud at the end here because we got to end that rainbow somehow. And this is just going to be the base color for my cloud. The white needs something to contrast against. I'm going to bring it a little bit onto the rainbow as well. Then now I'm taking my white face paint and just going on top of that. I'm going to let this dry first. I'm going to take my small shader brush now that this is dry, and I'm going to go back in with some more white and really being able to draw the shape of the clouds. And then it can just like fade into nothingness. And you can see this isn't quite white yet, so I am going to need to build up the layers. I'm going to make the cloud lightest closer to kind of the front, and then I'm just going to let it kind of fade into the background. And then while I let this dry so that I can layer on some more white, I think I'm going to go in with some black over here. I kind of want to make it seem like the rainbow is disappearing into like a black void of sorts. I'm just stamping the black kind of around the rainbow. And then I'm cleaning off this brush and just kind of gently shading over the rainbow and then blending it out with this little brush that I used before for the rainbow. Now I'm going to take a flatter brush and then go back into that white and really start shaping up these clouds. It is honestly all about layering, creating that texture, and trying to make these layers in the cloud. You want to highlight the tops of the clouds. That will really help to create the effect of different levels of cloud puffs. Yes, that is the technical term. Then I want to take an even smaller brush. This is the Royal & Langnickel Fine Liner brush. Royal & Langnickel and Mota are the same company. Mota is just like a subdivision of Royal & Langnickel. I really just want to accentuate the tops of those clouds. I'm not doing like a continuous harsh line. I'm kind of dotting it out so that it still adds texture to the whole thing, and I'm not like tracing the cloud. Now for this side, I'm going to take the Suva Beauty Hydroliner again and just stamp that on there. Might actually do a cloud here as well, but like a darker cloud. Let me layer on a little bit of white, then another layer using the flat brush this time. And it's just the same process all over again. This time you can see I'm highlighting kind of the under part of the cloud. I can't believe my fire alarm has started chirping again. It's been chirping for the last 2 days, and today it stopped, but it just started. So if you hear it, why is it not chirping anymore? It's gonna make me look like a liar. There it is. I'm pretty happy with how the clouds are right now, but I kind of just want to darken around this back one to accentuate it a bit more. So I'm just going to take my little tiny brush with the black again, and then I'm just going to start very lightly dabbing around the cloud. I think I'm going to do that around this one too. Just a little bit, nothing crazy. But you can see that brings it out a lot more. Now what I want to do is just add some little like shooting stars here and there. Now what I kind of want to do is accentuate the rainbow by highlighting it with some white. I'm just going to take the white and go along the edges, kind of, almost as if it were like shiny and made of like crystal or something. I kind of want to do like a big old star, like a big shiny thing right on the edge of the rainbow. Take some white and pat that to create a kind of glow. Then I'm going to layer some more white on it in a bit. Then once that layer is dry, I'm just going to go ahead and do another one. So I've done a big star over here, waiting for it to dry so I can layer on some more white. Now I want to do another one of those glowy stars over here. And I start in the center and then flick out my brush. And I'm going to place another one up here, one all the way over here. And I'm going to take white on a fluffy brush, create a glow around it. Now I want to really pack my brush with product so that I can go over and draw really defined lines. Now, because I want to be that bitch, I'm going to apply glitter to these big stars. And I'm going to be using the Lit Cosmetics glitter in the color Northern Lights in the size number 4. So this is a really big chunky glitter. I think it'll just add a nice little hint of something to those big stars. And I'm just taking my glitter primer again and then packing it on. Oh, I don't know if you can see that, but that is so pretty. And this glitter, you can't see it unless the light hits it, which makes it really interesting. I'm kind of feeling like I want to do one more extra layer of white on these clouds just to really help accentuate them even more so that they're kind of like a separate thing from the rest, if that makes sense. Now I'm going to finish off my eyes and I'm going to line my waterline. I'm going to try to mix 2 pencils. One is the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the color Piggy Bank, and the other is the NYX Faux White Liner in the color Lavender Blush. And this is the ColourPop one, this is the NYX one, and then that's what they look like mixed together. Hopefully it works in my waterline. I want a light purple, but not like almost white. So I'm going to go in with the ColourPop one first. Then I'm going to go in with the NYX one on top just to lighten it up a little bit. That's kind of cool. Okay, now for some mascara. I'm just going to go in with the Milk Kush Mascara and do a heavy coating of that on my top and bottom lashes. I'm going to leave fake eyelashes for last. Now I'm going to move on to the lips. And now we have Makeup Forever and the Hetrick Martin Institute. Makeup Forever is a brand that has been donating to LGBT institutes and foundations for years and years and years. And this year they launched a nude lipstick gloss line. I'm not sure if it's a lipstick or a gloss, but they look like this. It's the Artist Nude Cream. It says 12 modern nudes carefully designed by our pros to flatter a wide range of skin tones. And for every Artist Nude Cream sold in the US in June, they're going to donate $2 to the Hetrick Martin Institute to support underserved LGBTQ youth. Mine kind of fell apart, but see, but this is what they look like. And I kind of wanted to go for like a purple lip for this look or something, but I also really want to incorporate these because this is a really cool thing that they're doing and it's a really cool product. I might just add this to like the center and do a purple lip. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. But I wanted to show you guys the lipsticks, what they look like. They're really, really cool. I'm really drawn to like the dark colors. Like this is my jam, but I don't think that goes with today's look. So I'm gonna figure it out. So this whole time I've had the Tatcha Camellia lip balm on my lips to prep them for right now. I'm gonna kind of just really work it into my lips, kind of just rubbing off the excess. And I'm gonna start off with the Black Moon Cosmetics Purgatory to do my outline. This is just a really, really dark purple. And I'm gonna take that on a tiny lip brush and just overline my lips with it. Once I've done the outline and kind of faded it inwards, then I'm going to take the Makeup Forever Artist Nude Cream in the color 02. This is just a really nice nudie pink. And it's so thick and pigmented. It's crazy. I'm going to try to thin it out a little bit. So I think it's like a high shine lipstick gloss hybrid, maybe? And I'm just going to blend those colors together. Yeah, this is really pigmented. That's insane. So if you're a one product kind of person, I'd say these are good because you don't have to add a gloss on top. If you use it just by itself, and a little bit goes a long way. Now I feel like I want to add a little extra something to the lips, so I'm going to go in with the Black Moon Cosmetics Luna Topper. I'm going to take some onto the back of my hand. And this is just a really glittery topper. Oh yes. Just adding that little extra oomph. Okay, my lips look insanely plump. I think I do just want to darken the edges tiny bit more. I like it to be more of a soft gradient rather than just like a harsh line around. I'm also going to darken in the center, both bottom and top lip. This helps with the plump effect. I want to just very quickly add a little bit of highlighter, and I'm using the Estate Dew Me Afterglow highlighter. It's dew me as in like drops of dew. Anyway, these innuendos. I'm going to add a little bit to the tip of my nose, to the bridge of my nose, to this cheekbone. Kind of want to add a little bit here too, because why the hell not? A little bit to my chin. That was a lot. I also want to add it to my brow bone. Okay, now I'm just going to pop on some lashes and a wig, and I'll be back to show you the finished look. For my lashes, I popped on the Rouge and Rogue Lady Killer lashes. I think they go really well with the look. They're pretty long, but they don't block the eye look by any means. You can still definitely see the glitter and the colors and all that. And I was going to put on a black wig. Like, my plan this entire time was to put on a black wig, but then I put it on and I didn't really like it. So I went with my trusty gray one. I feel like it doesn't pull too much attention away from the makeup. It's still neutral enough. And yeah, this is the finished look. My little nighttime rainbow galaxy thing. I don't even know what I had initially planned with this. I don't know. I might fix the rainbow up a little bit. It's looking a little bit banged up. I'm just gonna fix the pink up a little bit. So I'm basically just brightening this half of the rainbow. I don't mind this other half being kind of dark. Basically, I'm just doing another layer of all the colors. And then I'm actually going to grab some black eyeshadow, just using the black from the Orb of Light palette. And I'm going to shade this end and go in with a tiny pencil brush to just concentrate that black on the very, very end. I think instead of black, I'm going to go in with some purple from Sugar Pill. This is the 2 AM. I'm going to use that to shade. Kind of shade around it too. Then because of that, I'm just gonna go and fix that white a little bit. Guys, it's a lot of steps. I know, it's a lot of layers. Okay, I feel like now she's ready for the world. Man, I haven't done a full-on face paint in so long, and this took me so many hours. It took me literally all day. I started right after lunch, and it is now 9:30 p.m. Oh boy, but that's fine. I really like how it turned out. I think this is a really kind of understated Pride look. I don't know if you would call this understated, but I mean, the rainbow is understated. It's just like a little detail in a vast galaxy of things. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you guys like this, and I'm kind of sad I didn't have more products to showcase from companies that are donating to foundations and whatnot. I know that there are a ton out there. There's a ton of eyeshadow palettes and all that, but I didn't get any of those. So I just wanted to share what I got sent. But please let me know what you think about this look. Do you want to see more of this type of stuff from me? Stuff that combines a little bit of glam, a little bit of painting? Let me know what you think. Or do you want me to go full on face paint? Let me know down below. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all my patrons who support me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!